Greetings, I'm Ryan from iThemeland, specializing in WordPress and WooCommerce. Bind editing orders is a useful option for changing the values of multi-order fields at the same time directly from the order table. By using bind edit, there is no need to open the bind edits form because you can simply change any data by editing the displayed columns in the table. So bind editing orders could be simply done in 4 steps. First, we add the proper columns to the order table, and then select the preferred orders, and then we're gonna click on bind edit button right here. And then we're going to change the value of one of the columns in the table. It's worth mentioning that we have provided different methods in the order table for each column to help you bind edit them perfectly. If you have already received some orders in WooCommerce, you may notice that there are a lot of different fields related to each order. It is also noticeable that the value you have to assign to each field contains different types. That's why in WooCommerce Bulk Orders Editing plugin, we designed different methods for editing values of different order fields. For sure, once you get familiar with some of them, you'll see why our plugin is known as one of the most user-friendly plugins designed for e-commerce websites. So now let's try to bind edit some orders to see the advantages of using WooCommerce Bulk Orders Editing plugin. Well, first of all, adding columns. As we mentioned before, the first step for bind editing orders in our plugin is adding columns to the order table. So we're going to show you the power of our plugin for bind editing all fields of orders in this tutorial. So let's add all columns to the table by marking the select all checkbox in the column profile form and click on apply to table. Now it's time to select your orders. So to select your orders in our plugin, you can use one of these methods. So the methods are filter form, quick search, and the marking checkbox next to the orders in the table. For example, we're gonna try to filter the orders that their paid date is from a selected date. You can simply do that by using the default calendar in the filter form designed in front of paid dates field. Now, how do we activate the bind edit button? Bind edit button designed at the top of the main page of our plugin. So to bind edit orders, you need to click on its button and mark the checkbox of the orders you need to edit in the table. Now let's see how we can change the value of one of the columns. This is actually the best part of bind editing orders in our plugin because we designed a very precise format for each column in the data to help you change the value in the table easily. If you take a look at all of the columns in the table, you'll notice that there are 5 different formats for editing values in the columns, and the first one is combo box, which is for those columns that you have to choose just one item from a list to be assigned to the selected orders. Then we have text box, which is for those columns that you have to type a text to be assigned to the selected orders. And then we have calculator, which is for those columns that you have to change a number or amounts to be assigned to the selected order. And then we got checkbox, and checkbox is for columns that you have to confirm or refuse by marking yes or no. And then we have button, which is to actually open a new pop-up page and is for columns that you have to assign some different values to the filtered orders. We completely described the method of using each format for changing the values of the columns and how to inline edit WooCommerce orders in WooCommerce Bulk Edit plugin. And now we're going to show you some useful examples for bind editing orders in our plugin to summarize this tutorial. In the first example, we're going to bind edit the order's status by using combo box. To bind edit order status of the orders we have already filtered, you need to first click on bind edit and filter orders checkboxes. And then we're gonna click on the combo box of one of the orders just like we're gonna do here, and then choose one item from the list, for example, pending payment, and that's it. Now all you've got to do is just wait for the plugin to change the status of other selected orders. In the next example, we're gonna bind edits the order dates by calendar. Bind editing the order's date is done just like how we did in the previous example, except now we're gonna use the default calendar for picking a date. As you can see, we chose a date from the calendar and the plugin assigned that exact date to all of the other selected orders. In the next example, we want to bind edit the values of all billing column. Bind editing the all billing column enables you to edit the values of some fields related to the billing of multi-orders just by one click. As shown here, we designed an individual column called all billing, which is only available on the order table. After marking the bind edit option and also the orders, the billing information of which you need to change, you'll have access to all billing fields in a new page by clicking on the all billing button of one of these selected orders. Now you're able to change the values of those fields displayed in this new form. For example, if you type New York in the text box under city field and choose cash on delivery, for example, from the payments method combo box, all of that data will be assigned to the selected orders by clicking on Save Changes. In the next example, we're gonna bind edit values of all shipping column. The values of shipping fields could be edited exactly the same way as billing fields by using the all shipping form provided in our plugin. To have access to all shipping form, you just need to click on bind edit and then select the proper orders in the table and then click on the all shipping button in the table. Then you can change any values in the form as you wish. For example, if you type First Street as the value of address 1 field and entered new location in the customer note text box, those values will be assigned to the selected orders when you click on Save Changes.